What's up? God damn it. All right. Now we're going to talk about the drugs. All right. Now this is an important subject. I know you guys are all waiting for it. Not too many people are talking about this shit. So let's break this shit down. So I already told you that I'm giving you 3 different options, right? I'm going to go with Test and Deca. That's what I'm personally doing. Other option, Test and Tren, the best option. Like I said, Tren's a little more toxic. It's really hard on your system. It's not really a drug I recommend for anybody, to be honest with you. Does it work pretty much better than anything out there? Yes, Tren is probably one of the best steroids there are. But again, being the best as far as giving you results is also going to be the best as far as giving you the most fucking side effects. And it goes hand in hand, you know, so whatever is fucking give you the most results is probably fucking you up the most also. Something that gives you very little results is probably giving you the very least amount of side effects. Primobolan fucking doesn't do a whole lot, but it fucking doesn't fuck you up that much either. So, you know, you gotta realize that shit, that the more fucking benefits you get and the more shit you feel, the more damage you're doing. That's just common fucking sense, right? You can't sit and do, you know, the best shit for fucking your whole life because you're gonna fuck yourself up. You know, you gotta take it easy, man. You gotta learn how to, you know, manipulate and you know, try to get as most as you can with the least amount of stuff and the least fucking harsh shit. So that's hard to do. It took me, you know, a while before I learned that shit. And I'm sure a lot of people out there haven't learned that shit. But it's something you need to fucking learn. Very fucking important. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So the third option is Test and Masterone. Now, honestly, if I had to choose between Test and Deca and Test and Masterone, I would choose Test and Masterone. I believe that is a superior combo. Masterone is super androgenic. Masterone is pretty much the same thing as Tren. It's just not as toxic and doesn't work as well. It doesn't give you, you know, as good of results. A lot more harsh. Now, Masterone is a very clean drug, and it's for what it does, the capabilities of it, it's probably one of the best all around, in my opinion, drugs there are, because for how easy it is on the system, it gives you really incredible results. Remember, it's only 100 milligrams per cc, so keep that in mind. Now, the reason I'm doing Test and Deca, you guys already know, I'm going through a doctor, and all this shit is prescribed, and it's all 100% legal. So that's why I'm doing Test and Deca, because I made myself a promise. I'm going to stick to whatever this doctor tells me to do that's going to be the most beneficial for me, and try to get my shit in order and try to get healthy. And you know, he did a blood panel and sat down with me, explained everything, and you know, so I want to get 100% healthy, and he's 100% confident that can happen. So I'm listening to him, I'm doing what he's telling me. So Test and Deca for my ass. Also, Deca is good for healing. It's good for my knees. It's good for tendons, ligaments. You know, it has a lot of healing properties. So that's also good for me. So I'm telling people out there, you young ones that are fucking ready to fucking get shredded and get huge and, you know, not too worried about whatever, Test and Tren first, Test and Masterone second, Test and Deca third. If you've been off for a while, you haven't been on any shit, then you know what, you can start with Test and Deca, because your body's clean and fresh. Whatever you put in there is gonna fucking work. So, real quick, this is the most important shit right here, listen up, is same with food and supplements and everything else, workouts, your body, you've gotta switch shit around. You can't do the same shit. So, let me give you an example. Right now, let's say you're taking Test, Tren, and Anadrol, and you're fucking getting results, and you're getting big, and you're like, hey, I want to follow Rich Piana's program. This seems like fucking cool shit. I want to follow that shit. And you come and you want to follow my program. You're like, okay, so my cycle is going to be Test and Tren. So I'm just going to go to Test and Tren. Okay, you're not going to get shit for results. Let me tell you why. Because you're going backwards, right? You're taking Test, Anadrol, and Tren. And then you look at my dosage, you're like, fuck, he's only taking this much. Well, shit, look at Rich Piana, he's huge, so it must work. So I'm going to take the same dosage as him. It's not going to work. If I'm going to start off with 1 cc a week, a very, very fucking small dose, and you're taking 6 cc's a week, and you go down to 1 cc, you're gonna start fucking getting smaller and losing weight, period. So that's not gonna work. You cannot go backwards. So if you're on a cycle right now, you can't go from a bigger cycle that you're already on down to a smaller cycle. You can't do that shit. You gotta keep progressing. You have to keep upping the ante, or you get off and take a break. So the people out there that either have never done it or have been taking a break for a while, they've been off for a while, they can start exactly where I'm starting and get fucking great results. Anyone else out there that's already on a fucking cycle, if you're taking more shit than I'm starting off with, you can't fucking go down and start where I am. You have to start where the fuck you are already. That is your low point. If you're taking, you know, let's say 600 milligrams of Trin, and you're taking 600 milligrams of, I'm just throwing shit out there, right? This doesn't mean shit. You're taking 600 milligrams of test, let's just say. You can't fucking bring that down to my dose. That's your starting point. You're starting at 600 milligrams of test, 600 milligrams of Trin, and then when you start the program, you're gonna slowly up that dose as we go. So when I up my dose, you're gonna up your dose. You see what I'm saying? That's how it has to happen for you to get results. So this is very fucking important. This is the way it's gotta happen. Now the first 6 weeks is gonna be a certain cycle. The second 6 weeks, we're gonna add to that cycle because we're doing different shit. The first 6 weeks, we're just trying to lose body fat, get lean, stay full, and hey, if we can put some muscle on at the same time, great. Is that possible? It is possible. Is it gonna happen? Probably fucking not. Let's be honest with ourselves. You're gonna go from eating carbs and shit and doing whatever, and then you're gonna go to a keto. You're probably not gonna start fucking putting muscle on. That's just the fucking reality of it. To hold on to your muscle, that's the goal, is to hold on to your fucking muscle for these 6 weeks and fucking lose body fat, stay full, stay lean, and keep your vascularity and lose that fucking body fat and get shredded. Then we got 6 weeks of filling out and growing, right? So that's the plan. Now, I'm also gonna be doing IGF1. Real quick, let's run through IGF1, all right? Real quick fucking educating shit. Forget what the fuck you read. Forget what the fuck you've been told. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the fuck is up, okay? Now, IGF1 will make your intestines fucking grow. Same as growth, same as insulin, all right? IGF1 is just basically a step up from growth, all right? You can compare HCG and test. All right, HCG basically you take HCG to bring your natural test levels up. You take growth hormone to bring your natural IGF1 levels up. Okay, makes sense? So better than HCG is what? Putting fucking straight synthetic tests in your fucking body. That's better, and everyone knows, yeah, it is better. Well, better than growth, raising your natural IGF. What's better than that? Putting straight fucking IGF in your system. Right? Better scenario. But it has the same fucking side effects. It's gonna make your intestines grow. So let's do this shit right. And you know, we don't want our fucking stomachs to grow. We don't want to fucking, I mean, I don't want to. If you do, hey, great, that's great. You know, you do whatever the fuck you're doing. If your stomach has already grown and you're okay with that shit, or you like that shit, or that's part of your program is to get a fucking big stomach, then hey, keep doing it. Keep going in that direction. Fuck it. You know, have a big stomach. I'm just telling you straight up, I didn't get into bodybuilding to have a thick motherfucking stomach and have a belly that I can never get rid of for the rest of my fucking life. You know, if it's fat, you can diet that shit down. You see a fat guy and you laugh, I'm not, look at that guy, he's fat and he's out of shape. Motherfucker, at least he can diet that shit down and go back to a small waist. You fucking intestines grown, no matter how lean and ripped and abs you have, you can't get rid of that fucking gut. You're fucked forever. Very important shit. Think about this shit, man. It means a lot. So, and hey, I fucked myself up. I ain't gonna act like I'm fucking perfect. I fucked my shit up. I made the same motherfucking mistake. My fucking stomach grew too, and I'm fucked. And my stomach has grown permanently. But luckily, I realized that shit soon, and I stopped, and I fucking put a stop to it. Now, I've been doing this shit for 28 years. If I didn't put a stop to it, I'd be out like this, you know? So, very important. I don't want you guys to make the same fucking mistake. So that's why I'm telling you what's up. All right. Everyone has different receptors in the body. Your receptors are different in different areas. We're all genetically created differently, right? Why does motherfucker have such big calves? Why do I have skinny fucking calves? That's how the fuck you were created. Everyone is different. You don't know what receptors are where. You don't know what's gonna grow more than something else. You don't know what your genetic best body part is. You start training, you realize what the fuck your genetic gift is. We're all different. Some people have more receptors in their intestines than other people. That's why some people can take growth or IGF-1 and not get a huge amount of stomach growth. Others, fucking 3 or 4 months, boom, what the fuck? Look at this guy, man, 3 months ago he didn't have that shit. Everyone is different. You don't know how the fuck, you don't know your genetic disposition. You don't know until you start taking the shit. And the point is your stomach is gonna grow, period. But how many receptors you have, how much your stomach is gonna grow, your intestines I should say, you don't really know until you start taking the shit. Now, let me explain something, how it works. Now, most people don't even know what IGF-1, why it was created, what they created it for. It wasn't for fucking muscle growth. That's not what it was created for. So what it was created for, it is supposed to, when you inject IGF-1, it goes to the damaged cells in the body that need help for whatever reason it might be. Now, if you inject a small amount of IGF-1 and you have trained your body and worked out and tore those muscles down and you inject IGF-1, where do you think that IGF-1 is going to go first? It's going to go to those muscles that need to be repaired. That's what it does. It goes to the receptors that need to be repaired in the body first. Then once it's reached and filled all those receptors that need to be repaired, then it just goes wherever it goes. You don't know where the fuck it goes. You don't have control of it. You don't take a shot of IGF-1 and say, okay, I want this to go to my fucking arms. Boom, look at my arms, they're huge. If you inject IGF-1 in your arms, it doesn't fucking go to the receptors in your arms. It goes everywhere in your body. It goes to where the receptors are that need the IGF-1. If I take a shot of IGF-1 in my arm, and I trained the fuck out of calves yesterday, and they're fucking hurting like a motherfucker, that IGF-1 is not gonna go in my bicep. It's gonna go to my calves first. Then the extra will go wherever the fuck it goes. Well, most people have more receptors in their fucking intestines than they do in specific muscles. So, I'm gonna tell you the correct fucking way to take IGF-1. The correct way is to use very small doses and only use it when you have trained the fuck out of a muscle and your muscle is sore. Then you inject a small amount so the IGF-1 will go to those muscles that need to be repaired and fill those receptor sites. And there's not going to be any spillage after it fills those receptors. There's not more IGF-1 to go around into other receptor sites. You don't want that shit, because it's gonna go to the fucking intestines. You don't want it to go to the intestines. So you take smaller doses to be safe and try to keep it away from the intestines, and only enough to go to the damaged area to work on repairing those, whatever it is, muscles into whatever the fuck. If you trained your calves super hard and you do a little bit of IGF-1, it's gonna go there. And it's gonna fucking repair those muscle cells and split them in half and grow more muscle cells. Yeah, that's what IGF-1 does. That's the whole purpose of IGF-1, is it can create more muscle cells. That's the biggest benefit you get from IGF-1, is the splitting of muscle cells into new muscle cells. Is that true? Yes, that's 100% proven that that's what it does. For 100%, that's what it does. But it will do the same to the intestines. We don't want that. So small fucking doses more often is better than putting in too much. So my personal dose is 10 IUs 3 times a day. All right? That's what I have come to realize is the best fucking dose. Now, you know, there's people out there saying, oh, I take 100 micrograms in each muscle, you know, every day. Well, first of all, if you were taking real IGF1 and you were taking that much, your stomach would be fucking like this in a couple months. You know, there's no fucking way at that dosage taking real IGF1, you're not gonna have those side effects. The fucking shit will make your shit fucking grow. So you gotta be very fucking careful. Now, it's best to play it on the safe side. You'd rather get a little bit less of the good results than to fucking get a shitload of the bad results. Now, do I know exactly what's the right amount to take that's just gonna go to the muscle and not spill over? No, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that answer. So, all the fucking research, talking to different doctors, I have sat down with so many fucking doctors that have done studies on IGF1. I've talked to the CEO of one of the biggest IGF companies there are out there and sat down and discussed this shit with researchers that work for him. Because this shit is very important to me. I'm not gonna rely on some shit I read on the internet. I'm not gonna rely on what this pro says or that pro. I wanna know the fucking 100% everything I can fucking find out about this shit before I start putting this shit in my body, you know what I mean? So, I have done it in the past, and you know, I said it was about like 10 or 11 years ago, and you know, maybe that contributes a little bit of my stomach growth, maybe it's a, you know, it's a combination of both. I have no idea. All I know is I don't want any motherfucking stomach growth, so that's why I'm putting this shit out there. So I'm letting you guys know that that's the dosage I'm doing. I'm doing 10 IUs 3 times a day, and if I take a day off of training, I'm not taking any fucking IGF1. Because if I have no muscles that need to be repaired, that's just gonna go right to my fucking intestines, possibly. Not 100%. Nobody knows. When you inject it in your body, you don't know where the fuck it goes. You don't know what receptors. You're rolling the motherfucking dice. You don't know. But what you do know is when you look in the mirror and your fucking shirts are starting to fit tighter, you know, and you see your stomach starting to do this, and people start making comments, well, then you fucking know that something's not right. So you need to fucking change what you're doing. At least that's what should pop in your head is, okay, this is what's happening. My stomach got bigger, my arms are kind of the same size, or my shoulders, so something's not right. This shit's making my stomach grow and the rest of my body ain't really growing, so something's fucking wrong. So anyway, guys, I'm just fucking trying to help you out and tell you the fucking truth of all the fucking knowledge I've gathered. And if you go do your research, don't go to the fucking forums. Don't go to fucking other bodybuilders talking about it. Don't fucking listen to other people. Read real fucking articles written by real fucking doctors that have done real fucking studies on IGF1. That's where you get your fucking information from. A legitimate doctor that has awards and has done incredible fucking shit, that has written fucking papers on shit. That's where you get information. And you know, fuck, you know what? I might gather some of these papers and some of these doctors and fucking put that shit out there so people can see for themselves, you know, coming from the real motherfucking source. So anyway, guys, I think this probably makes logical sense. I think you guys probably can sit there and understand, yeah, that makes pretty good fucking sense. And I'm telling you, man, it's not very expensive doing it the way I'm doing it. Taking 30 IUs a day is not very expensive at all. Anyway, guys, I'm excited. I'm ready to do this shit. I hope you guys are excited. And again, if you're natural, stay fucking natural. That's my advice to you. Don't be jumping on board. Don't be jumping on gear. Don't get overly excited about this program and feel like you need to take steroids to fucking be part of this. You do not have to take fucking steroids. You can do this program, and I swear to fucking God, you can get some good ass fucking results doing this program. You know, the feeder workouts, you're gonna fucking get insane results. The fucking vacuums, your waist is gonna get smaller. You know, following a program is gonna help you stay on track. You know, doing this diet's gonna lean you the fuck out. Like, you're gonna get fucking results, good fucking results. So do not let this video push you into taking steroids. That is not my fucking mission. I do not want anyone out there to fucking start taking steroids because of my fucking talking ass. That's not what I want. My advice to you is continue what you're doing, stay the fuck natural, and get as big as you can natural. That's the best possible scenario. And you know, it's definitely the better road to choose. That's my honest motherfucking opinion. And you know, it's just like a motherfucker that smokes. They ain't gonna tell people, you know, no, I suggest you smoke. You need to smoke, man. You should start smoking. It's really cool, man. It's really cool to smoke. No, they're gonna say, no, don't start smoking, man. You don't need to smoke. Why you need to smoke? That's the right thing to do. So I'm just being honest with you guys. If you're natural and you're fucking happy natural and you're getting results, then you stay natural, do my program natural, and I gotta say a fucking thumbs up to you for staying natural, man, because that's a feat that you know, that it didn't happen with me. So I went in a contest, you know, I wasn't winning, I wasn't winning. The guys were on steroids, I wasn't. I was like, fuck this shit, fuck these motherfuckers. Started taking steroids, started winning. So, you know, I fucking didn't stay natural. That was my plan in the beginning. Stay natural, goddammit, and let's get excited. Let's get some fucking crazy ass results. Day after Valentine's Day, we're gonna fucking do this shit.